Hey romance readers, welcome back to AdoreR. It's Linda here, back with another video, giving you some recommendations today. I have some recommendation, and I went to the Goodwill a couple of days ago and I got some books, so I'll show you my little book haul here that I also have. But first we'll do my recommendations for today. First up I have Claudia Dain, A Kiss to Die For. Have any of you read this? It's historical. I really enjoyed it, and I'll read a little bit of this to you. Let me see, when was this published? 2003. I'll read a little of this. Women are dying, pretty women, lonely women, women who give their hearts to a man who promised happily ever after, but delivered death. He steamed into Abilene on the locomotive, a loner with a legend attached to his name. Jack Skull claimed he was tracking a con man, a murderer, but Anne felt as if he was pursuing her. So I guess this got a little suspense in it too. I don't forget, it's been a while since I read it, but this from my keeper pile, so I'm going to recommend it to you out there. It's Claudia Dain's A Kiss to Die For. I might read this again. I haven't read it in a while, so sound very interesting. So I might I got so many TBR here, it'll probably be a while before I get to this again, but I'm gonna leave it out. Claudia Dain, A Kiss to Die For. Next I have up is Vows by Rochelle, Alers or Ayers. And if you read her before, I think I got 2 copies of this book. I really enjoyed it. Like, if I really enjoy it, I go buy another copy just to keep as a souvenir, and I'll read the other copy. I really enjoyed this one. This is a Pinnacle Romance, Vows by Rochelle Ayers or Ayers, I think. I'll read a little bit of this. On a well-deserved vacation in exotic Mexico. I wish I could go to exotic Mexico. Sensible, practical accountant Vanessa Blanchard allows a milestone of desire to turn her world upside down. She's not sure why she dared to trust gorgeous, mysterious Joshua Kirkland, a man who revealed very little about his past or their future together. All she knows is that she fell in love with a man who made her his and then disappeared without a trace. Now Joshua haunts her days with desperate questions and torments her sleepless night with remembered ecstasy. I think he is a government agent. I forgot. I can't remember. But I did enjoy the book, so I'm going to recommend it. Vows by Rochelle Ayers. Check it out. If you've read it, let me know what you thought of the book, Vows. Next, this right here. You know I got a Harlequin up in here. This is Harlequin Temptation, Rebels and Rogue. I love this book. This book was fantastic. And this is about Wade Billing and Cassandra Lloyd. And I don't like series because they do too many. 5 books in a series, I'll be like, that's too many. 3 books is good enough to tell all you want to tell about your characters and finish their stories. But I wanted a sequel to this book right here. What is Alyssa Dain, The Last Hero? I wanted a sequel so bad because I think at the end they get engaged and they're going to get married. Because I wanted to know what happened afterwards. I was just left hanging with this little story right here, but I loved it. I highly recommend it. It's Alyssa Dain, The Last Hero, Harlequin Temptation. Let me see when this was published. This was published in 1995, and I'll read a little bit of this. Wade Billings, U.S. Navy hero with a capital H, extremely practical. Wade found women a pleasant occasional distraction until he met Cassandra Lloyd. I hope I said her name right the first time. Cassandra Lloyd, beautiful but completely impractical. Why he was surprised she could find her way out of a parking lot, which was where he first met her and saved her life. This sexy dreamer was all wrong for him. If you haven't read this, you need to find it in a used bookstore, eBay, or somewhere. I highly recommend it. The Last Hero, Alyssa Dain, Harlequin Temptation. And I didn't tell you what date was on Vows. Let me see what date was this published here. I think this is like a series. Yeah, the Hideaway Legacy. I think this Hideaway series or something like that. But this is the only book that I read that I really enjoyed. This was back in 1997, Vows. And the last two here I want to recommend is by Sylvia Dain, a favorite author of mine. And warning, it has a lot of these. The last two have a lot of sexual content, so I'm just giving you a warning. Like I always say, if you don't like sexual content in your books, maybe these last two might not be for you. This is Passion for the Game, Sylvia Dain, historical. And I think this is a series, the Georgian series, but these only took the two books that I bought from the series. I might have bought another one, but I don't think I liked it as good as these two, so I might have got rid of it, but I'll read you back a little bit of these. Infamous for satisfying his limited wants and desire, Christopher is a free man again, and this time he's on a mission to engage, deceive, and seduce the one woman as ruthless as he is when it comes to dangerous games of passion. Far from innocent in the ways of men, Maria is one step ahead of Christopher every move. It doesn't mean she isn't enjoying every delicious look, every unbridled kiss, every moment of abandon. And the reason I like this was she's a very independent woman. I like those books with independent women who, you know, give as good as they get. And she gave him as good as what he was giving out, she was giving back, because she didn't let him get over on her at all. I really like the dialogue between them, the two of them. So I highly recommend it. This is a great book, Passion for the Game. And next I have Ask for It by Sylvia Dain, and I read a little bit of this. Nothing incites Marcus more than the primal hunger roused by his former fiancée Elizabeth. It's been years since she jilted him for another man, but that only means there's a lot to catch up on, a lot to make up for, and that he's going to enjoy every sweet moment. The same driving passion that sent her into another man's arms is what brings Elizabeth back to Marcus. Her attraction to him is the one thing she fears, but she's run out of option. Resisting is futile. No, I said resisting is impossible. But I like that saying, your resistance is futile. But does she have the courage to surrender everything? Ask for It by Sylvia Dain. This one was my favorite, but this was good also. I kept it, and I will read it again. Ask for It, Sylvia Dain. And when was these published? I think these they redid these. I think these had different covers on them before, and I think they just redid them. This was back in 2006. I don't see another printing for it, so I don't know. Or maybe they published them like this and then redid the covers. This was published in 2007, so it's 6 and 7. 2006, 2007. So try those two out and let me know what you think. And if you have read them, did you enjoy them? Let me know in the comments below if you liked them or not. And next I'll get to my the books that I got from the Goodwill. First up I have Shannon Drake, historical. I'll read a little bit of this. I'm not going to read all these, I'm just going to read a little bit. Danielle DeVille was the ward of Edward III, sworn to obey the king's order to marry her enemy Adrian Maclachlan, the legendary Scot who masterminded the fall of her beloved home. Suddenly she was the arrogant knight's reluctant wife, pledged to a marriage neither desired, but swept off to his castle in the Scotland Highlands and into his strong embrace. Danielle was soon possessed by a raging passion for the husband she had vowed to despise. So that sounded, when I read the back of it, it sounded interesting. And the book was in very good condition. Shannon Drake, The King's Pleasure. Next I have Jo Goodman. She's a favorite author of mine. I'm still reading that book. I haven't finished it yet. I only got a couple more pages to go before I finish, and then I'll let you know if I'm going to keep it or not. I forgot what the name of it is. All That Matters or something like that, but it's Jo Goodman. So I saw this one in there and I got it. Another historical, My Steadfast Heart. I read a little bit of this. Chloe Thorne kept a wall around her heart no one had ever breached. His two younger brothers were lost to him, perhaps forever, and now a dark mission of revenge had brought the ruthless captain to England. Penniless aristocrat Mercedes Linden was beautiful and desperate. Colin Thorne was claiming the estate of her dissolute uncle, the Earl of Weybourne, as payment for a gambling debt. So I guess that's how they meet. My Steadfast Heart, Jo Goodman, a historical. Next I have Norah Hess. I've read a lot of her books, so I saw this in there. I probably got this somewhere, but I wasn't for sure, so I got it again. Legacy. by Norah Hess. Mostly her books be dealing with the West. So let me read a little bit of this. Yep. Stranded on the western frontier, Lacey Stewart suddenly had to depend on the kindness of strangers, and no one showed her more generosity than the rancher who offered to marry her. But shortly after Trey and Lacey were pronounced husband and wife, he was off to a cattle drive. So I can't wait to read this one. Lacey, Norah Hess. And I got another one here by Norah Hess. This is Forever the Flame. I know I looked like I had seen this one before, so I wasn't sure if I read it or not. I don't think I've had this one. So I went ahead and got this one. Forever the Flame, Norah Hess. I'll read a little bit of this. Julianne Roessler was alone, lost in the wilderness, ravaged by a violent storm. She awoke in the arms of her savior, a handsome stranger named Sate Magruder. And there in the backwood cabin, the delicate lady and the rugged trapper fell in love. Forever the Flame, Norah Hess. And Laura Kinsale, I think I mentioned before in one of my videos, she's a favorite author of mine. So when I saw her name, I just grabbed this. Shadow Heart. I'll read a little bit of this. Allegretto first appeared in My First Lady Heart, a beautiful young assassin who seemed to have a will and life stronger than any fictional creation. I knew that I must write his story. Oh, this is her writing about, I guess this is the author writing about the character that she wanted to in this book. Allegretto and Elena. So I guess this is what this is about. So I hate when they don't put a synopsis on the back. This just is her telling about why she wrote this. Shadow Heart, Laura Kinsale. Have any of you read any of these? And I got 3 more here. I'm not going to read the back of those. I've never read any of these authors. This is Sandra Dubay. Burn on Sweet Fire. And next I got these when they were doing a big thick book back in those days. Let me see when this was published. 1987. Look how thick they were. Big thick books. Next is the Sara Orwig. What is this? Tide's Passion. Look how big and thick that is. Let me see when this was dated. Let's see here. Oh, it don't have it in here. I guess they don't tool that page. I guess they tore that out. But it's Sara Orwig, Tide's Passion. And the last one, look how thick that is. The Bargain by Vanessa Sattler. And this was published in, oh, they tore that out too. So I don't have when these was published, but back, I guess these were back in the 80s too. Look how big and thick they were. They were doing them big back in the 80s. Have any of you read any of these? If you have, comment below and let me know what you thought about any of the ones I got from the Goodwill. Those 3. Laura Kinsale, Shadow Heart. Norah Hess. Have any of you read any of these? And the last 2 here, Shannon Drake and Joe Goodman. Let me know if you read any books that I've got from the Goodwill, and let me know how did you rate them. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. That's all I have for you today. Enjoy your Saturday. I forgot to wish everybody a happy Saturday and happy April. It's the 1st of the month. I hope everyone have a great month. And until next time, keep reading those romances. See you later. Bye-bye.